Villa General Belgrano, Argentina, January 8, 2024, where storms and heavy rain caused destructive flash floods.
No, mira, una mesa. No, la mesa.
Mira, mira. No, no, no se puede creer. No, 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 no.
A firestorm of rain and hail affected a large part of Córdoba, Argentina between last night and this morning. Especially Villa General Belgrano, one of the most important tourist places in the province, leaving flooding due to the overflowing of the stream and flooding of streets, roads closures and vehicles covered by water.
Y allá, si vos ves allá, ahí no.
In addition, many vehicles were swept away by the rushing water. According to the information provided by the National Meteorological Service, the storm broke out in the south, mainly in the city of Río Cuarto, and as the hour passed, they moved to other areas of the center such as Villa General Belgrano. Los Reartes and the mills also affected. The heavy rainfall was recorded by neighbors who shared their videos on social networks. In one of them, for example, the surroundings of well-known hotel in roundabout area are soon completely flooded and the cars covered by water. During the night of Saturday, two young people who had been left in the middle of the storm were rescued by the Villa General Belgrano firefighters. They prevented them from being carried away by the current in an area where the water was raging and reached a meter height. The residents were trying to get home on a motorcycle when they were surprised by a violent flood. Other tourist sectors that were affected in the middle of the summer season were José de la Quintana,
Bueno, como para despedir el año, Altagracia, Córdoba.
Villa de las Rosas and Las Tapias also affected, among others. The adverse weather conditions also caused the suspension of the second day of the Jesus Maria National Dressage and Folklore Festival while the evening was taking place. There were even many localities that suffered power outage. The Provincial Energy Company of Córdoba reported that it is working to restore service in places that still remain without it. The province of Córdoba was under an orange and yellow alert this morning, and the accumulated precipitation values were on average between 40 and 90 millimeters. The period of greatest intensities occurred in the early hours of Sunday morning. Although it was for a short time, it caused the street to begin to flood after the water overflowed, generating various complications. In fact, the streets of the capital of Córdoba were overwhelmed while La Canada overflowed. Faced with the overflowing of the Córdoba stream, the provincial authorities confirmed that several families from Villa del Dique had to be evacuated due to the entry of water into their homes. In parallel, several damages were reported on public roads, such as the blowing up of the roof in the municipal property of Los Reartes and the destruction of police van that ended up crushed by the rubble. The highway police even partially cut off traffic on kilometer 64 of provincial road. At the height of the Los Molinos Dam, due to the fall of several trees that hindered the journey. In Córdoba capital, the municipality reported that there were 52 evacuees, all belonging to San Felipe and Alejandro Carbo neighborhoods. They were housed in different establishments. Regarding weather conditions, the Meteorological Service announced that the storm alert will remain in place throughout Sunday, but there will be an improvement on Monday. In fact, temperatures are expected to be around 30 degrees with cloudy skies and isolated rains in some locations in the province. There, more than 100 millimeters fell and a stream that runs through the city overflowed and swept away a Ford Ranger truck. While the truck was only found hours later on the top of two stones in the creek bed of the Córdoba town with significant breaks. The moment was recorded by a woman with her cell phone and she couldn't believe what she saw. The storm that affected several towns in Córdoba in the last few hours caused significant flooding, with rivers and streams overflowing and more than 270 people evacuated. In addition, localities suffered problems with public service such as power outage. Regarding the evacuees, the Race Management Secretariat reported that 224 people had to be evacuated in the interior of the province. In addition, the municipality of Córdoba reported that in the capital there were 52 people assisted who had to leave their homes. The fall of water in the province exceeded 220 millimeters between Saturday night and early Sunday morning. In Los Reartes, in the city of Córdoba, 165 millimeters were recorded, and in Villa General Belgrano, 130 millimeters fell. The southern province was the first sector affected, with a significant fall of water and hail, causing damage and significant flooding of streets, in addition to affected tourist destinations during the summer season. Civil defense authorities continue to assess the situation. The population was asked not to approach the riverbeds because new floods could be recorded. Tourists who had arrived in Villa General Belgrano uploaded different moments of the storm to different social networks.